What's up, everyone? We are here in the Jurassic room, and welcome back to yet another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week, where all of you, the fans, get to pick what is showcased in each week's episode. And once again, I got some fun suggestions from all of you awesome people, and I'm going to be picking 10 of my favorites to showcase in this week's video. So let's go ahead and see which dinosaurs made this week's list. All right, so to kick off this week's episode, we have a suggestion right here from Jurassic Bricks for the Jurassic World Primal Attack Soundstrike Edmontosaurus, and this is a beautiful figure, as all of you can see. I love the sculpt on this one. I love the little bill, the little crest over the head, and I think the paint job on it is a little wacky, but not too wacky to where it makes this figure look unrealistic, so I'm really digging that. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Edmontosaurus and its double head strike. So let's go ahead and check out that feature. So you can kind of get it going either ways, as y'all can see. Up, down, left, right. And it's got some decent sound effects as well. But again, this is a really sweet dinosaur, and I love any time that we get a duck-billed dinosaur like this. So this Edmontosaurus was a great pick for this week's episode. Now, the next suggestion we have right here is from that Spino guy for the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Mega Dual Attack Ketcoatlas, and this is a pretty cool toy. It was the first Kets that we ever got from Mattel, so it does make it a little bit more special, and I think it is the same sculpt as the Dominion Kets, but this one has got a way more vibrant paint job, as all of you can see, which does make it honestly a little bit cooler than the other one, in my opinion. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Ketcoatlas. It's super wing strike, it's super chomp, and of course the collector card that it comes with, just like all of the different Dino Rivals toys do. But let's go ahead and check out some of those features. So the back button here gets the wings flapping, as all of you can see, and the front button here gets the Kets chomping, which is again really cool. But again, this is a fun little figure, and it's honestly kind of a little bit of a rare one now, so I'm very happy to have it here in the collection with me. Now we've got a suggestion right here from Bimkin The Chicken for the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Tanaconda. And as all of you know, Chaos Effect is my favorite toy line of all time, so I'm always excited to showcase any figures from that line. But this Tanaconda right here is a combination of a Tanystropheus and an Anaconda. Look at that sweet thing. And then of course it's got some capture gear as well, and a vibrant paint job like the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect toy line is known for. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another look at our Tanaconda and a little bit of information about it, including the two creatures that went together to create this new species. But again, Chaos Effect is absolutely awesome to me, and most of these toys are more on the rare side than some of the other Jurassic toy lines. So not only are they awesome, but they're super rare, and for those reasons, it makes me a really big fan of them. I just think that they're unique, and this Tanaconda right here is no exception to that. Now we've got a suggestion right here from Pretzel for the Jurassic Park Series 2 Ketcoatlas Firebeak. And yes, we've got another Kets to look at in today's video, except for this one is extremely rare, and I'm very happy to have this one in the collection. I really love this box art here. It's really pretty, as all of you can see. And then we get to see a little bit of the Kets here with its giant attack size with capture gear. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another look at our Ketcoatlas and some of its different features, like its different wings, how they can tuck, how its mouth can open, and how you can put the capture gear on this Kets, which is super cool again. And this is one that I'm very happy to have gotten into my collection recently, since I did see one on eBay sell not too long ago for I think $700 in worse condition than the one that I have is in. So man, am I excited to have this beautifully rare piece here in the collection with me. Now, this next suggestion right here came from Tarbosaurus for the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Stygimoloch and Mercenary Story Pack. And this is a pretty cool set right here. Of course, we've got a Stygimoloch, which we've gotten quite a few times through the Fallen Kingdom toy line in that same sculpt and paint job, but it is still a nice figure. And then, of course, we get our Mercenary, and he's got his little weapon as well. So you get kind of a 2-for-1 special here, so you have a lot more playability with this set. Now, looking in the back of the box, we get a better look at our Mercenary, our Stygimoloch Stiggy, and its ramming head. So what you can do is push down on the tail here to get the head ramming in and out to simulate Stygimoloch attacking with that skull made of bone, which is super, super cool. But again, this is a fun little story pack right here, and there's not much too crazy to say about it, but it does have some pretty good playability and is a fun set. Now we've got some Hammond collection right here, suggested by Jose, and this is the Hammond collection Cthosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. And again, this is a beautiful figure, as all of you can see. It's got a very nice sculpt, and like I was saying before, for some reason I just really like the toys of the duck-billed dinosaurs. I don't know what it is, and this Cthosaurus is no exception to that. When we look at the side of the box, we get another cool render of the Cthosaurus, and then on the back we get a really good look at our figure and that beautiful vibrant paint job, which is looking really, really nice and very reminiscent of Jurassic Park 3, as you guys can see from the picture here. But again, this is another nice figure with a good paint job, a good sculpt, and of course, top-notch articulation like the Hammond collection is always known for. So this is a figure that I would highly recommend for any collector to definitely have sitting on their shelves of their collection. Now, the next suggestion we have right here is from my good friend Jurassic KM for my favorite Funkos. So I chose one of the more recent Funkos that I just got, and we chose this Velociraptor hatchling because why not? This thing is adorable. Look at him with the little eggshell in his mouth coming out of the egg. This is so cute. I mean, I just love this one. And then, of course, when we look at the side, we get another look at our Velociraptor hatchling, and then we look at the back, we get to see some of the other Funko Pop hatchlings that they did. And honestly, even though I do collect all of the different Funkos, they don't really excite me as much as a lot of the toys do sometimes. But for some reason, these little hatchling ones definitely grabbed my attention, and I was excited to pick them up when I did find them out on a toy hunt. And this Velociraptor one is definitely my favorite of the bunch, so that's why I picked it as my favorite Funko set for today. Now we've got a suggestion right here from Andreas for a Musasaurus. So I chose the Jurassic World Primal Attack Pack Musasaurus. Even though there was also a Dino Rivals one that was blue, I went ahead and picked this one because of the natural colors. But I really like this Musasaurus figure. It's such a unique little species. It looks like a baby sauropod, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know much about this species, and I don't know if it's actually supposed to be just a small sauropod or if this is actually a baby of it. I'm not quite sure, but the figure either way has a cool sculpt and is adorable, so I do really like it. Now when we look at the back of the box, there's not really much to see, just some advertisements for some of the other Attack Pack figures from this assortment. But again, this is a cool little figure, nothing too special about it, but it's got a fun little sculpt, a cool paint job with the striping and coloring, and it's just a cute little dinosaur, and one that I was very happy to show in today's episode. Now we've got a suggestion right here for JC, and I chose the Jurassic World Dino Trackers Track and Attack Indoraptor since it is Dinosaurs of the Week. That's why I didn't pick Shimo. But again, this is a cool figure. It's got a nice sculpt, but what's interesting about it is it's almost a bluish color instead of black, which isn't as accurate to the actual screen Indoraptor, but it is different from the figures of the Indoraptor that we got in the past. So I kind of like that because it does differentiate them and makes it something different to add to your collection. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Indoraptor, its glowing red eyes, and its tracking gear. And of course, you can lift the arm for slashing and chopping action. So let's check out those sweet features. So first we got, oh, look at that red eye. Very cool. And then you lift the arm, get some more action going. Again, this is another awesome figure from the Dino Trackers line, and definitely up there with some of the better Indoraptor toys that have been made. And the final suggestion for this week's episode comes from Chicken Jockey for the Jurassic World Chaos Theory Darius and Baryionics Peril Pack. And I know this is a set that we've had on Dinosaurs of the Week in the past, but this one is just so awesome and I don't mind taking another look at it. Not only do you get Darius and a Monolophosaurus, but you get probably the coolest Baryonyx that Mattel has released yet. I love the translucent look. I mean, and of course the no eye since this Baryonyx is blind. That thing just looks sweet in my opinion. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Monolophosaurus, Darius, and the Baryonyx, of course, which is the star of this set. But again, this is one of my favorite Chaos Theory toys or sets that has come out since they've released them. And honestly, even though we have looked at it in the past on Dinosaurs of the Week, I was very happy to take another look at this awesome set once again. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week. If you are not featured in this week's episode and would like a chance to be featured in next week's episode, then make sure you let me know down in the comments below. Want to see more awesome Jurassic content? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any of my content. Also, check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server for so much more Jurassic fun. The links to everything will be in the description below. Check out more awesome Jurassic videos here.